Ladies and gentlemen, I'm coming to you as a humble person. I have been embarrassed. I am ashamed by association. We just got to discuss this, okay? Welcome to another week of Talk to Me Tuesday. It's me. And I'm here to talk to you about something that I had really maybe, I don't know, second, third hand embarrassment about. It was really wild though, but I'm pretty sure you've seen the title of this video and you're probably like, okay, so what are you about to talk about? Why were you so embarrassed? Why were you so ashamed? So, it wasn't I wasn't shamed for anything that I did. I was shamed because of the things that other people did and the things that other people said. So, a little while ago, I was scrolling Twitter. It's my favorite social media outlet of choice. Scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And I saw an interesting tweet. And it was about Credit Karma. And people were trying to figure out why Credit Karma isn't accurate. So then, of course, it basically explodes and then it turns into wildfire. There's a lot of people who have been burned by the Credit Karma monster. Credit Karma told me I had, and I went to the car lot and the numbers was different and I was ashamed, and all these different kinds of stories that people had about Credit Karma. And I was like, wow, I am kind of ashamed and embarrassed because people just aren't really, they're not in the know. Now I don't know why I felt that way, and I really just didn't chime in on people's conversations about their past dealings with Credit Karma and the numbers that are on Credit Karma. But let me tell you, I know you don't want to hear this, but in a way, Credit Karma is accurate. Now let me tell you why it's accurate. Because it's not using the scale that other people are using. So if you're not in the know, Credit Karma uses a scale. It's called Vantage Score, right? So the scale that lenders use is FICO. So just by me saying that, it's two different scales. Now, Vantage Score is one of the newer scoring models, and by newer, I don't mean like last year or within the last 5 to 10 years. It's the newer scoring model that a lot of people just really don't use. FICO, on the other hand, is the older one, and it's the lender's choice. I don't know if you guys remember any of the old FICO commercials when they came on TV, but the tagline was telling you this is what the lenders use. Now, people, what they're doing is Credit Karma is free. You get 2 bureaus and you get free numbers and that makes people feel as if they are in the know about their credit. And in reality, it's not the case. Because again, like I said, FICO is the lender's choice. So when you go when you go plop down in that car lot and you talking numbers, you like the car guy and the car guy likes you, and you guys have test driven the car. Y'all drove to the bank or whatever it is that they had you do while you was doing the test drive. And then you get back in the office and it's time to talk numbers. It's time to break down the loan or how much interest and all that you're going to talk about. And you got that Credit Karma number in your head, and they bring you a FICO number that's lower. Now you mad at Credit Karma. Credit Karma isn't the one that you're supposed to be mad at. It's you, because you didn't know. Now you're at the mercy of the finance manager and everybody that's got something to do with you getting in that actual vehicle. Now you done made an emotional attachment to that car. You done seen you driving to work in the car. You done seen you driving home in the car. You done seen your mama or whoever you love standing on the porch waving at you as you driving off in that brand new car with the drive out tags. Like, you've made that emotional connection. You don't want to leave the lot without that car now. So like I said, now you at the mercy of whoever. Or you trying to get a house and you feel like you've been putting in all kinds of work. You know, you've been paying off this, you've been doing this, you've been doing that, you've been reading blogs and you've been going to credit workshops and you've been doing X, Y, and Z, and you sit down and then they tell you your numbers or whatever, and the numbers that you had in your mind are not the numbers that you saw on Credit Karma. And it's not just Credit Karma that people are getting confused with. Your credit cards, if they aren't saying that they're sending you a FICO score, they're sending you a Vantage score. So you think that you on top of your credit. Not only are they sending you a Vantage score, but they're also sending you one bureau. They might give you some information on why your credit score is the way that it is, or they might not. You might have to dig a little bit deeper into that. But like I said, if it's not saying that it's FICO, then it ain't FICO. It's going to say FICO score, okay? If it's FICO, anything FICO is going to tell you FICO. And if it's not, if it doesn't, I need you to assume that it's Vantage score. Do not make a decision based on what you see on Vantage score. So here are a couple of popular avenues that do Vantage score, okay? These may be subscriptions that you have, or they may be free. But things like Credit Karma, they show Vantage score. A lot of your credit cards, they show Vantage score. Identity IQ and a lot of credit monitoring services that you pay for possibly are showing you Vantage score. How do you know that they're showing you Vantage score? If you scroll down and you read the small print, it's going to tell you that the scale is in Vantage score. Probably gonna be Vantage score 3 or something like that. It's telling you exactly what you're getting into. So the fact that a lot of people were getting mad and feeling like Credit Karma was screwing them over, it wasn't them. It wasn't them at all. It was them. It was you. It was you. Because in a weird way, I know these things aren't taught in school. I know it. I've been there. I've been in the hustle and the bustle of public education and secondary education and private universities and things of this nature. But these things are not taught at all. So the fact that you thought that you was on top of everything and you really wasn't could potentially be depressing. I don't know if people were laughing to keep themselves from crying, but at the same time, it was really embarrassing. And if I was Credit Karma that day, I would have laughed at every single last one of those tweets, because they told you what scale they use, and the fact that you used that information and you ran with it would have been straight up jokes to me if I was Credit Karma. Or if I was one of your credit cards that you got and you was thinking that you was on top of your credit and you ain't. So, what I would suggest, the next time you sign up for a credit monitoring service, what I'm going to need you to do is I'm going to need you to read what you're looking for. They're going to tell you which scale they use as far as reporting your credit is concerned. Now, if you find a lender somewhere where they're using Vantage score, then, I mean, you in the money, you good, you are straight. more than likely 9 out of 10 times they're going to use FICO. So you need to know your FICO numbers. So like I said, if it says that it's using Vantage Score, then it's using Vantage Score. Don't you go nowhere only knowing what you have Vantage Score wise. You want to check your FICO score. You need to understand where to get these FICO things. Now, I'm not about to do any kind of free advertisement or anything like that. But what I'm going to tell you to do is to get your Google on and search how to find my FICO score. There's going to be one specific source where you can get access to just about all of the FICO scores that are available for consumer use. I'm not going to use the name on the video, but if you message me or ask me, then I will gladly tell you. It's a real easy thing. Like I said, it's a paid type of deal. You're going to have to pay for the 3B reports, which is the 3 bureau reports for both E's and the TransUnion. They're going to give you a general FICO score, which is basically like your general numbers. And they're going to break down your credit worthiness in terms of possibly getting a car or automobile. They're going to do it in terms of how credit worthy you may be for credit cards, and there is a scale last that I saw that could predict how credit worthy you would be in securing a mortgage or a home loan or whatever it is. Those are the numbers that you want to use to make a decision off of, not anything that you see that's Vantage Score wise. It's cool to know, but don't let that be the only thing that you know. Okay? Now, if you make that decision to utilize that kind of thing and you do what you want to do anyway, it's on you, because at this point, I told you what to do. I told you what to look for. Now, don't say I never did nothing for you, because that's the idea of these videos, to potentially tell people things that no one has potentially ever told them, or things that they haven't Googled on their own. So, I'm bringing you the information firsthand. Now all you got to do is use it. So that's going to conclude my video for this week. Tune in next week for the next batch of goodness. It's going to be great. All of the videos are great. Make sure that you, if you're not doing so already, to like the channel, subscribe to the page, leave some comments, help me show up in the algorithm a little bit better for people who need videos like this. Don't be selfish now, okay? See you next week.